Hey, happy Sunday. I just want y'all to see my shirt. Black Fathers Matters. That's right. Uh, because we do. I don't know how many people are here, but that's all right. Or whatever, we'll share the video. Hey, I hope everybody having a blessed Sunday. Or whatever. Listen, I just want to talk about hope everybody having a blessed Sunday. Like I said, I want to talk about the whole Kirk Franklin situation or whatever. And it's so near and dear to my heart because I know exactly what he feel. I know exactly how he feel. I know exactly that situation because me and several of my friends are in situations like that. And let me talk about Kirk Franklin. I don't have to talk about him as an artist because we already know what he is as an artist. Kirk Franklin is one of the greatest and really changed the game of gospel music. Kirk as a person, man, is a very personable, wonderful, awesome person, man. I love hanging out with him. I love working with him whenever we get an opportunity to do stuff together. And Kirk is like a brother or whatever, along with a lot of the gospel artists that's out here. I think a lot of us go through this stuff, man, with kids, man. A lot of us out here that have tried to be a good father, and we're not perfect. We're not claiming to be perfect. Just being the best father that we could be. But, Kurt is a human being, and just like any man, if any grown man, because sometimes you have a son, but damn, when they get 30, they're a grown man that happens to be your son. And I just think it was really sad and unfortunate for, I can say nephew, for nephew to record a conversation between him and his dad and put it out there like that to try to sabotage and try to destroy his image, his name, his career, everything which he have somehow at some point benefited from. I find it interesting that when people, whether it's a kid, a niece, a nephew, when they get mad about something and they're not benefiting from what you do anymore, then all of a sudden, let's try to do everything I can to destroy you or just spit on the way out, right? And it just sounds to me like, just like a lot of us fathers, just a typical son, that have had everything, have had every opportunity, and just kind of come up, have a sense of entitlement. And personally, I agree with Avery Thompson on this video. I don't think Kirk Franklin owed anyone an apology. And I wouldn't apologize for shit. And I've talked to mine that way. I've talked to because I got 2 sons or whatever, and I got a whole bunch of nephews, and I have cursed several of them out several times. And I don't care if they recorded it or not because it's my business. You don't understand the extent of the relationship, the hurt, the damage, the pain, everything that you have went through, how many times for suspensions, how many times you had to pay attorney fees, how many times you had to go to court, how many times, everything that you went through with some of these grown ass kids or whatever, you don't understand what a lot of kids put us through. And I'm not justifying or whatever, but you don't know how he feel. You don't know his pain. You don't know his anger. You don't know what he been through. You don't know what he had to deal with for years and years and years. Because I'm sure you can't freaking tell me that that Kirk Franklin, who's been in this industry probably over 25 years, successful, has been a deadbeat dad. You can't tell me that. I'll put that up against anything. You can't tell me that he's been a deadbeat dad. And if we get you through high school and get you a little piece of shit used car when you were 16 or whatever, just to get you through high school and get you through college and pay some tuition, buy some books, get you educated. We owe you nothing. I seen Brian McKnight's sons go out and try to destroy him and say what a bad father he was and this, that, and that. It's like everybody want to run to the internet and try to destroy somebody's career. I've had kids to try to destroy my image and my career. It didn't work. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? Man, these grown kids ain't no joke. When I tell you the sense of entitlement is real, I'm telling you, man, it's, and then, you know, for you to post half of the conversation on there is a severe form of manipulation to make people think that it's one thing when it's really not the whole story. And like Kurt Franklin said on his Instagram, okay, why didn't you put the other part in there when he offered you counseling? So and it's almost like they bait you and they reel you in and get you tied up in a conversation, and the whole time you sitting up there recording to try to do that to your dad, right? Try to do that to your dad. Your dad that helped give you life, that took care of you. I'm sure he have given you every opportunity possible. I'm sure. And I know folks out here who ain't take care of their kids and get way more respect than a lot of y'all who we have taken care of. I have taken in kids that's not even biologically mine and have received some of the same disrespect, whether it be from the kid or from the mama. And it's crazy, you know, and it's like, damn if you do it, if we don't fool with you or whatever. The only thing I say to Kurt Franklin is, hey, block his number. See, because with me and the way I handle stuff, I know what it's like to get cussed out by one of your kids. I done been cursed out bad. I got cursed out so bad one time, and I pulled my car over on the side of the road. I remember exactly where I was. I was on Federal Highway in Hollywood, Florida, passing the Jackson's Ice Cream and passing that damn Walgreens right there on Federal Highway. I got cursed out so bad, I pulled over on Federal. I started crying because I could not believe what I was hearing. So now what I do, years later, even when the conversation go left just a little bit, when that conversation start to go left just a little bit, I'm not going to even let you get to a point where I curse you out or you curse me out or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and block that number because everybody don't deserve your presence. You don't give people your time and your energy and your love. That's disrespectful or whatever. Once you get a certain age, and I've done everything I can do until you change, until you become better, because at the end of the day, I'm still your dad. I'm still your dad at the end of the day. You're 33 years old. You should have an apartment. You should have a car. You should be working. You should be trying to do some things to help me out at this point. At 30, at 20, at 19. Hey, Dad, let me wash your car. Hey, Dad, let me do this for you. Hey, Dad, I'll pick you up from the airport where you won't have to call nobody. You won't have to drive. Hey, Dad, I'm gonna take you to hear some Chick-fil-A. Hey, Dad, let me do something for you. So what is it about? I'm sure if Kurt Franklin's son was a singer or a rapper, I'm sure he probably tried to put him on and try to help him out or whatever. Man, natural fathers like myself and like Kurt, like different men that I know, all the men that I know are good fathers. Man, we do everything for our kids. Everything. And now he in the media and he's being, and let me say this to all of the people that's on here, because I read a whole lot of the comments. Who are you to judge anybody? Yeah, he's talented. Talented people get caught up. Talented people get mistreated. Talented people lose their tempers. Talented people get angry. Saved Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized people lose their cool. Especially when you're dealing with somebody that's really, really close to you, like a son. That's crazy. That's crazy. For anybody to go on here and say anything disrespectful about Kirk Franklin or to judge him, who are you to judge? What is your relationship with your kid? Do you have kids? Have you had a son or daughter that's been hindering you for 10 or more years and going through this and going through that and going through this and going through that and doing this and doing that? Have you had that? Have you dealt with that? And even if you did, you ain't him and he ain't you, and who are you to judge? The man said he'd try to set up therapy and everything. I'm telling you, it's wrong. Can't nobody judge. Nobody on here or on this internet or on this earth have a heaven or hell to put Kirk Franklin in. My good friend, who I talked to today, had tears in my eyes. I had a long conversation with him today that offered him my support. And anything that he come out with, and I tell you what, tomorrow I'm playing all Kirk Franklin music tomorrow. Everything that he came out with, we're gonna show love and send thanks, and because Kirk Franklin done got a lot of us through a whole lot of stuff, and ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. So bring all the heat over here, and bring all that bad energy over here. I'll take it, but don't mess with none of my friends, because I get real defensive about my friend. I know we've had private conversations before. We had private conversations before, or whatever. I know what he dealing with, and we sit down as men and we have these conversations and try to support each other. I hate it. It's unfortunate, and all of us out here that got grown kids that have been given opportunity. If we just get you through high school, and we get you halfway through college, hell, after the first 2 years of college, hell, you can go out and go ahead and get you a student loan. I got you halfway through college, because college ain't nothing that we have to pay for, but we do. We do send you to college. I probably bought about 30 used cars my whole career. At least 30 used cars for kids, nieces, nephews, and other kids. And I promise you, it's some that don't even speak to me to this day and got a car when they were 16. I done had some put some through college, help through college when they didn't have nothing and didn't have a whole lot and needed a male figure, role model. I done had them take me to court. I done had folks to steal. I done had some that came through the frat that I don't have no relationship with, ain't did nothing to them. But try to bless them, encourage them, help them, because I didn't have a father. My father was murdered when I was 6 years old. I didn't have one. So it's funny how I wish I could speak to my father. I wish I knew what it was like to have a father. Thank God I had my granddad, and we had our little issues when I was 19 and got disrespectful. My granddaddy put my ass up against that door that day, but I was respectful of everything. That's the only one incident I ever had. I tried my granddaddy when I was 19. After that, my grandfather and I had a peaceful relationship. I would never have that relationship like that with my Uncle Bruce or my Uncle Herbert. We have disagreements or whatever, but I would never, ever disrespect them. See, I'm not only just an uncle, I'm a nephew. I'm not only just a father, I'm a grandson. And I know what respect is like. And my grandfather have always given me a certain level of discipline, structure, and respect. And I given him the same thing until he closed his eyes. So I want everybody on here to pray for Kirk Franklin's, not only pray for Kirk Franklin, pray for his family, pray for his son, and hope that relationship get mended. But also understand this. Just because you gave birth to somebody, man, that don't mean that they have to be a part of your life, because you will have kids that's not biologically related or connected to you that will be more of a nephew, niece, son, or daughter than your own biological. See, whoever said that blood is thicker than water, I don't know if I agree with that. Because there are some kids that will love you more than your own biological. There are some nephews that I got people, hey, Unc, just call me Unc. I got rappers. I got 2 or 3 rappers that's very, very successful that have enough love and affection for me to call me Uncle Rickey and just hug me. I almost got jumped because I was walking around looking for my driver to come, and 2 big dudes walking up to me like, hey man, what's up with you, man? You walk around. I said, no, I'm just looking for my ride. Come to find out, it's Offset's security. And he comes out of nowhere and say, hey man, that's my Uncle Rickey. He good. And he walk up and just give me this big ass hug. Way more respect. I ain't never bought him a car, never paid no tuition for him to go to college. I never helped him with his rap career, but somebody to have enough respect for you as a person and treat you with that kind of intimate love and respect, and you got something that you raised in your house that don't even speak to you. I understand what he feel. I know what he's dealing with. I know what he's going through because I've been there. I've been there. And I want everybody to pray for Kirk Franklin. We're going to play his music tomorrow. We're going to support him. We're going to show him love. And ain't nobody in no position to judge anybody. Because probably if you had to deal with what he probably been dealing with, hell, he did good by just cussing him out. Because, hell, I wanted to shoot some of mine. Absolutely. You got that's right, Pastor Bryant. Pastor Kevin Bryant, my pastor, said all relationships are not eternal. Sometimes you have to let go. Come on now. Come on now. I'm going to read that one more time. Pastor Kevin Bryant, my pastor. All relationships are not eternal. Sometimes you have to let go. You better use that block button on your phone because you done did everything for their grown ass. And they don't deserve it. They don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your attention. And they don't. Love and respect have to be earned. Nobody owe you nothing. 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 Nobody owe you nothing. And Kirk Franklin didn't owe nobody an apology. Because he'll a whole hell of a lot better than me. Because I'd be damned if I would have made a apology video. Because when I say something, I said what I said. Because one thing about me, I wake up with a good heart every day. I wake up with good intentions every day. If I've done anything, I apologize. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes and I apologize for it. But I won't be bullied by nobody on the internet or no niece, no nephew, no son, and no daughter. Because if I say something, I meant it. And I said what I said. Pray for Kirk Franklin. Thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure y'all listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show in the morning, where we will be talking about those stimulus checks drop. We got emergency situations in the community where the stimulus checks have dropped. Things are going on, and we're going to be supporting Kirk Franklin. Big day on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. I love y'all. God love y'all, and so do I. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.